This tutorial is going to walk us through how to export an Immusion project as a web page that can be viewed by other people remotely within a standard web browser such as Internet Explorer or Firefox. So we've already created our Immusion project, as you can see here, and it's loaded in. This is the same project we created in the prior tutorial that described how Immusion works. Now all we want to do is export it. So we go to the File menu and choose Export, and that brings up the Export dialog. We want to select as our export type the HTML/Java type, which we have selected here. And then all we have to do is push the export button. But before we do that, we want to ask ourselves, what do we want to do with this particular web model? If we just want to view it on our local computer, perhaps for testing purposes, then we don't have to worry about embedding any domain licenses. But if we do want to host this on our web server, then we're going to need to embed an appropriate domain license, and we're going to need to purchase the domain license in order to do that. And then once we've purchased it, all we have to do is press Add License, and then we can type in our domain. And the license key that we've purchased, and click OK. And now you can see that domain key is now available. We just need to make sure that it's checked. We can check any other domain license keys that we also have that will be listed here. And then we simply just have to push the export button. And we need to choose a name for our web page. We'll just call it cat.html. And then once it's created, Immusion is actually going to display the newly created page inside your default web browser, so you can actually take a look at it and make sure it works, see what it looks like. This looks pretty good. Looks like it did a good job. So we can close that. Now, the last thing I want to mention is if I did now want to actually host this particular web model on a web server, I need to make sure that I copy all the appropriate files. If we bring up Internet Explorer to the folder where we actually created our HTML file, you can see Immusion created a cat.html file, but it actually created a whole bunch of other files as well. We got some image files and some model files, and also a jar file and JNLP file. So we need to make sure to copy each and every one of these particular these files onto our web server in order for our web page to work.